Saw that coming. I'm impressed. Don't you dare!
Oh, sheesh. It's definitely my first button masher. Thumb's never gonna recover from that. What the heck? What's this? Tiki. Wait. I could sell you and make a whole bunch of money. Yeah! Yeah! I'm gonna sell this and make a whole bunch of money! Forge, armor. The Dark Souls of... Hey guys, Ryan with Reviews from the West, bringing another video game review, this time of Monster Hunter World. The Dark Souls of... Dude, if I hear one more comparison to how this is like Dark Souls... Nah, dude. All credibility's dead when you say that. You're not going to be finding comparisons here. You're going to be finding genuine reviews. So, Monster Hunter World. I won't go into spoilers, but the story is of you, a new member of the Fifth Fleet, are going to the New World, traveling to investigate and study Zoro Magdaros, an elder dragon who is crossing the ocean. That's all I'm going to tell you. But a lot of people really hate the story. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was well done. I haven't finished it yet, but I am like 30 hours deep right now, okay? And I'm still getting tutorials, by the way. What the heck, dude? Let's get this out of the way. Monster Hunter World is not open world. Not in my opinion. To me, an open world is a big, seamless open world. Dark Souls, Grand Theft Auto, Far Cry, those are open world games. This is a sandbox game. This is a sandbox game. There's a hub world. To go to the other places, you can't just leave the hub and end up in like the Ancient Forest or Wildspire Wastes. You have to go through a loading screen. Now, the locations are smaller. I was a little bitter when I first saw the size of the Ancient Forest. I was like, bro, seriously? Once you learn the order and the way they built the game, that's when it works. It's not a big open world, right? It's not a big open world and then we sprinkle gameplay and mechanics on it. It's gameplay and mechanics, and they built the open world around that. If that helps you understand, that's how the game feels. It's been going, they've been making these games since PlayStation 2 era. They know what they're doing, and it shows. This game is quality game. There is so much content in this game. For $60, I was stunned. And not even to mention they're going to be given free DLC of new monsters to hunt, which if there's new monsters, that means there's new armor, new Palico gear, new weapons. Are you freaking serious, dude? Games these days are so small. Like, when you play this, it's such a breath of fresh air. There's so much content in this game. It blew my mind. It blew my melon just wide open. Like, this game is loaded with content, and I am impressed with all the content it has to offer. Like, the gameplay is stunning. It's a little difficult at first, but if you know the mechanics and you can learn them, you can pick them up pretty quickly, and once you do, then it starts to even out very quickly, and you start to learn, okay, I need to do this when that happens, that when that happens. You start to learn your iframes and when dodging is acceptable based on the tell of the animation, and you start figuring stuff out pretty quickly. The mechanics are so fluid in this game. They feel so good, and hunting monsters is so satisfying. I won't show many monsters because I don't want to spoil much of this for you. I'm going to keep it to early game content, and bear in mind, I'm 20 hours in and I'm still fighting the early game monsters willingly through expeditions to farm certain materials from monsters, because This game is what I wanted Destiny to be. Destiny, I wanted a grindy game that you go in a mini open world, like a sandbox. And when you're there, you fight a boss, you kill the boss, and you get items to upgrade yourself. That's what this is, but done right. There's busy work, but the busy work doesn't feel like busy work. It feels meaningful. There's studying ecosystems, and there's a living world in each sandbox in this game. The ecosystems are so impressive. I can't stop saying it blew my mind. I cannot praise this game enough. It's so fantastic. Maybe it's because it's my first Monster Hunter, but holy cannoli, dude. This game is fantastic. I seriously just want everyone to go pick this up. This is such a fun game. It's so enjoyable. It's so deep and complex. There's the menus. The amount of menus is unreal, and they handled it so well. There is a ton of item management, and it's all done so fluidly and so well through such well organized and ingeniously designed menu systems. It's excellent. This game has excellent mechanics. It's some of the best I've seen in a while, and it feels the least flawed of any game I've played in probably the past year or so. I mean, I can look at all my games right now, and I can think of a few flaws that have happened here and there. It's just the mechanics in this just feel rock solid. I've unfortunately not been able to play co-op with someone. I've been playing it solo, and just know that solo, this game is fantastic. I cannot stop playing it in solo mode. It's a great game. Let me give you a brief overview of what this game consists of, because there's a very dynamic and engaging gameplay loop that keeps you coming back, and it's mainly hunting monsters to collect their material for better armor and weapons for yourself and your Palico. You go to the location, you talk to NPCs, you collect stuff for ecosystem reports, you travel through areas looking for monsters, you find weird things you haven't seen before, usually kick them. You find the thing just hanging out, you start attacking it, you get in this huge fight, and right when you're on the verge of killing it, it runs away from you.
Come on over here. Come on, coward. Coward! I know that I want to punch you in the nose. I'll beat your goddamn ass, you son of a bitch. You're an intellectual dumbass. And I'm coming. You coward. You think you're a tough guy. I hate you, coward. We're gonna defeat this anti-human scum. We're gonna wreck their world.
But then you finally kill it. And once it's dead, you start harvesting its materials. Then you feel incredibly bad after slaying such a wonderfully large monster. You just kind of reflect on life. Then your Palico does something cute and you forget why you were mad and you keep playing the game. Then you go to the workshop. Once you get to the workshop, you check to see if you have all the materials you need to craft what you want to craft. Go down, make sure you have the gauntlets. You didn't get the one rare item.
I hate you.
But then you remember, wait, there's a sword. There it is. Jura Strawtell. Can be upgraded. Let's do it! Yeah! Then you gotta look at it and make sure it's cool, right? Look at that. It does water damage. Heck yeah. The game is just all around a fantastic game. I mean, it's getting high scores in other reviews for good reason. What else can I say? The monster designs, the designs of everything in this game, the weapon design, the art design is fantastic. Whoever came up with these monsters, they feel and the AI handles like animals. They don't always attack. Sometimes they just want to prove they're the apex predator in a location. Sometimes they just ignore you. They're like, you're not even worth my time right now. You're so small and insignificant. And the AI is fantastic. It's so... Oh my goodness. You guys, pick this up. I'm not even kidding. You guys, the developers knocked it out of the park. This game is phenomenal, okay? And the sound design is another level altogether. The game seems incredible, and then you hear the sound design. And I've played it through surround sound, and I've also played it with headphones. These ones on, and... You know if there's a monster above you, below you, behind you, next to you, far away, and it's so, the sound design is it's impeccable. I have not found anything wrong with the sound design, and I'm a nerd for that stuff. So that's really saying something. The music, while again something that grew on me at first, I was like, "What's this?" But once it kind of set in that it's not supposed to be the gameplay is intense. Don't get me wrong, but it's not supposed to be an intense game. It's supposed to be an exciting and adrenaline. It's supposed to be an exciting game. The music has this tone of like the really fun monster movies like Godzilla versus Megalon, Godzilla versus Gigan, stuff like that. It's this kind of upbeat, exciting music to kind of get you like, yeah, let's go hunt. And oh man, dude, whenever I'm prepping for a hunt, dude.
Right on! Let's do it! Rock that world! Rock that...
Like, graphically, okay, the game is not up to par with, like, the PlayStation 4 Pro, the Xbox One X. It's not up there at that level, but it does feel current gen in the sense of the base Xbox One and PlayStation 4. It does feel it belongs there. And my goodness, it's just the art design compensates entirely. I never for a second was like, this game is ugly. The combat feels a little strange at first because you can lock on, but you very quickly learn that locking on is not your best option. It's better to just do free cam and spin it around yourself and point your guy where he needs to go, because it does feel lacking in the lock-on department, especially when you're like clicking the right thumbstick, you're like mashing it, trying to get it from like the head of the monster to its body. You accidentally get it on a little monster, then it goes to something you didn't even know was there. But other than that, I mean, the combat feels great. You feel impact when you hit stuff. It feels like you're really chopping something and hitting something, and there's weighty impact to it, which a lot of games lack. This game doesn't. This game has a fantastic combat and gameplay mechanic, and it's a ton of fun to play. It really is. Every weapon, I've been favoring the long sword for most of the game, but all the weapons feel completely different. They all have a ridiculous amount of upgrades and just other variants with special abilities. It's insane the amount of content this game offers you for $60. My concerns with the game were that it was going to feel like Evolve. If any of you have played that, yuck. Pretty much the hunters run for like 30 minutes, right? And then you find the monster, fight, it runs, you run for 30 minutes, and then you fight, and then you lose, and it's over. I was worried it was going to have that. Once you realize that the sandbox design of the game is so interconnected and everything feels so... the level design is so fantastic, you very quickly realize that that doesn't happen ever. The worlds are completely living. Like, you feel like everything in the world exists, and it's dynamic every single time. Stuff happens on a whim. You don't expect stuff. Character creator and your Palco creator is fantastic. Well, one of my smaller complaints is it's a tad on the easy side. I understand they're going for more mass market Western appeal and such, but it does feel a little casual. However, I'm hearing, I haven't finished it, but I'm hearing there is some extensive endgame content that will extend the life of certain monsters by twisting them just slightly, even if it's color and difficulty. So maybe that's what I'm waiting for, just the endgame content. My real complaint with the game is the scout flies. Can we do something in a patch to get rid or turn off the scout flies, please? I've been watching Shadow of the Colossus gameplays lately, and I've noticed that there's a way where you can hold your sword up and a little beam of light comes out and it kind of like directs where you're going to go, but it doesn't show you where. The thing on your belt, there's like a little lantern that holds your scout flies. There's a little arrow that comes out that points in the direction of where it wants you to go. Why isn't that enough? You can see from this that they get in the way. I bought the binoculars so I could kind of observe the ecosystem and how everything works and coexists together. And it kind of backfired on me when those were blocking my view of things. That's a problem. Now, it's not really a problem when you're on the run, on the hunt, like actually in it. But when I'm on an expedition, that kind of goes away because I'm on my own. But they're still going everywhere. If there was just an option just to turn them off, that's it. If you do that, this game is perfection. That's all it needs. If it gets a little bit harder in the end game and the scout flies, there's a patch to turn them off. Perfect game. That's all it needs. It's not a problem. Not for, I haven't had it a problem yet, but they're like 50-minute caps on hunting. And oh my goodness. Yeah, this game, the longest fight I had, I think it lasted 41 minutes. And I was like, are you serious? The boss fights go on and on and on and on. And I wouldn't have it any other way. The boss fights are phenomenal. The enemy design is brilliant. The attack patterns, the telegraphing, the weight, the sound, the intensity. It's all so exciting and so much fun. It's just, seriously, it's so good. The environments you fight them in, how the world interacts when you fight with them, when stuff can intervene in the fights. Wow. This game. And then it's co-op too, like up to 4-player co-op. Are you kidding me? Like, this game is amazing. This game is amazing, and that's the point I want to make. This game deserves your money. I know there's people, oh, don't be biased. It's not everyone will like it. No, duh, not everyone will like it. Like, I mean, I've seen videos where they're like, yeah, it's good for this type of gamer. Yeah, that's literally every single game that exists, right? Oh yeah, you'll love Super Mario if you're into Super Mario games. Well, duh. Like, of course, dude. Oh yeah, it's a yeah, you're gonna love Halo 2, but you gotta like Halo 1 if you're gonna like Halo 2. Well, duh. Monster Hunter World. Do I think it's worth the asking price of $60? Absolutely. I think I even would go further and say that this is a must-own video game for this generation of console. It is phenomenal. This game is excellent. There's unmatched depth and complexity in this game. There's stuff in this game that I haven't seen in other games in probably more than 10 years. This game has been crafted by extremely talented developers with love and compassion, and it shows. This game is a great game. Check this one out, guys. Thank you for watching. Again, I'm Ryan with Reviews from the West. Subscribe if you haven't. Comment what you thought of the game. Sorry I kind of oogled and ogled over the game. It's just I really like it. Next one we're going to be doing is Sea of Thieves. So stick around for that one. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, night, whatever you're going to do. And yeah, see you guys later. Peace. It's time to restart your device.